This is the Kyber ebook production of the 3x3. I'm going to take you through. This is going to be a nice, simple, easy to learn 3x3 tuition there is. Okay, and first of all, we're going to do white cross, followed by a white face, then the middle layer, the yellow cross, the yellow face, yellow corners, and the final edges. Okay, so first of all, the white cross. Simply what we need to do is get these edge pieces. These are edge pieces and these are corner pieces. Okay, so we need to get these white edge pieces in. Quite simply, I've got white and blue here. I can't just bring that up. I can, the first one, and then I could spin that round. It's because you want this blue to be above the centre blue and the white there next to the white centre. The others be a bit more difficult. Now I've got a white and orange here, and thankfully that's right next to its centre already, so it's on the opposite side. So I'd literally turn that 180 degrees, so that's up there. So we've got the blue and the orange. Now looking for the others, here's a green and white. It's up the top. Leave that for a second. Look for the other one, and there's a blue and red, white and red. So white and red there. You can easily turn that there. So now here's white and green. Now if that wasn't there, because that's been a bit too easy, so we've got this white and it's orientated incorrectly and all the others are in. All you need to do is, so you've got the white and green here, and we want this white and green to be up here. So we turn it to the left and we bring it up. But as we bring this up, what you notice, we're pushing this white here out of the way. That's the correct position. So we bring this green up, and then we orientate the front so the green's correct, but remembering to then put this back. And now what we know is we've got a white cross, simple as, and the green is next to the green centre, red's next to the red centre, blue's next to the blue centre, orange is next to the orange centre. Now what we've got to do the corners. Now I find a white here and it's a orange and blue. Now thankfully it's in the right place. It's in between. The orange and blue is in between the orange and blue centres. Now a simple move to do is you're going to turn the right and the bottom. So what we do is we can go right, bottom, right, bottom. Even though we didn't need to move that bottom, just keep doing the move. Right, bottom, right, bottom, and just keep doing this move, and it will just pop in. Just keep doing the move, and there it is in. Just keep doing that move. Another way of doing that is, if we find another, we've got red and green here, white, red and green. So that's already where we need it to be, because it's in between the red and green centres. What we can do is we can turn this, we can turn it to the right, we can bring the left down, turn the bottom back, move it up. Now you know it's there, but it's in the wrong place. Okay, so fine. What we do now is bring this left one down, but this time we move that corner the opposite way. Move it away, we put this edge piece back up. This is down here, and now this is down here. Once again, this time we move the bottom to the right, bring the left down, move the bottom back, put the left back, and there it is in position. Simple as. Now got another corner here. As you see, it's a red and blue, and it's in between the green and orange. So literally what we're going to do is move it out of the way. So we move it down, move the corner down, and just move it to the left. Move the bottom to the left, and put the right back up. Now we've got this white, red and blue. So we move it between the red and blue corners. Yeah. So move it here. And again, as you can see, it's facing us here. We want it to go here. So again, what we're going to do, we can do that move, yeah? We're going to move the bottom to the right, move the left down, move the bottom back, put put the left back in. And now we've got the orange and green. So remove the orange and green now. White, orange and green. Again, it's in the same place. So yes, getting used to this now. Move the bottom to the right. Move the left down. Move the bottom back. Put the left back. And now we've got all the whites. Got the green. All the greens above the centre. All the reds above the centre. Blues above the centre. And the oranges above the centre. So now what I do is I turn the cube upside down. So now the white is on the bottom. And what we're going to do now is a second layer. And we're going to fit in these edge pieces. Okay, and what we're really looking for is any edge piece up here, which is these pieces here, that don't have a yellow on. So I've got red and green here. So I'm going to turn this around until I find, so I'm going to turn this red and green around until I find a red. And there's a red. So it's red and green. And now I need to move that into here. Because I want this red and green to be in between these two centres. I'm going to do this move, okay? I'll do it nice and slowly, unlike other YouTubers. Now, just try and watch what I do. I'm going to do this 4 times, so you're not going to lose me here. So, now, as you can see, that is in. Now, we'll do this again, don't worry. And all the other corners are already in. So we're going to have to get these corners out. So this orange and green is in the wrong place. This needs to be over here. So what we do upper, right, upper, right, upper, front, upper, front. Now what I've just done there is I've put what you call a piece of junk in here, because this is the top piece. But I've got my orange and green out is over here. Okay. So we'll do it again. Now that green's above the centre green. We want it in here. So we do. And you notice we're doing 2 moves, then putting the pieces back. First we move the top to the left. Next we move the top to the right, because we want it to go in this side. So upper, right, upper, right, upper, front, upper, front. Yeah, and there it is in place. Now once again we're looking for another piece that doesn't have yellow on. Yeah, there we go, orange and blue. Turn it around to the orange. So upper, right, upper, right, upper, front, upper, front. Yeah. Now that should be fairly simple. And if you're getting a bit confused, this middle layer, I've written this out so you can understand it better. And I put these arrows so that you can see which way I'm turning it. So you can see if I was moving that top piece down to the right, I would do upper right, what they call upper inverse, right inverse. And then I was doing upper inverse, front inverse, upper, front. And you can see the arrows which way I'm turning, because in your head all you'd say is upper right, upper front, upper front. And if you wanted the piece to go from here to the left, instead you'd do it this way. You'd do upper inverse, left inverse, upper, left, upper, front, upper inverse, front inverse. And that is the middle layer. So if you just take a freeze of that and write that down on a little notepad, you'll get there in no time. So we'll go through that again a couple more times, because all we've got now, as you know, all the corners are in. This corner's in, but it's not orientated correctly. It's crazy, hey? So we're going to have to do that move again. So we'll do the upper right, upper inverse, right, upper front. There it is, and it's out. It's out. Where is it? I'll keep turning this around. There it is. It's come out. Put a piece of junk in. Now we're going to put that back in. So we're moving it down to the left. So again, we're going to do upper, right, upper inverse, right inverse, upper, inverse, front, inverse, upper, front. So that's the terminology, but it's a bit of a mouthful. But there we go. In no time at all, we've done the first 2 layers. All we've now got is the top 2. So now what we're going to do is do the yellow cross. Now, I've written down again a little move that we're going to need to know, which is front, right, upper, right inverse, upper inverse, front inverse. So write that down on a little piece of paper, and it's really simple. And what we're looking for, if we haven't got a line, we've got a T here. This is a bit crazy that we've got a T. We'll just do the move and see what comes out. So, like I say, we're doing front, right, upper, right inverse, upper inverse, front inverse. Yeah. Oh, we got the cross. We'll do it again anyway. So that was front, right, upper, right, upper, front. Yeah. So this is what we would be looking for to start with, an L. I've got the L. I like it to be up here. Okay. So we've got the L up here, and then maybe we'll have a line, and then you get the cross, and sometimes you get what you call a fish. So let's go through it again. And there's no harm in keep doing these algorithms, because that's the only way you can remember them. Just keep doing them again and again and see what happens. And even if you fix it first go, do it again. See what happens. See what happens. See which bits move around. So front, right, upper, right inverse, upper inverse, front inverse. And there we go. Now you've got the line. So like I said, when you had the L, you put that to the top left. And you do that move that I've just done, and you get a line. And now we should get a cross. So once again, front, right, upper, right inverse, upper inverse, front inverse. In fact, we've got the cross. We've also got two corners. Not in the correct place, but we've got 2 corners. So now I'll show you what we're going to do next. Once again, take a picture of this, write it down on a pad. What we're going to do is a move called right, upper, right inverse, upper, right, upper, right inverse. So an easy way to remember, of course, is right, upper, right, upper, right, upper, right. And again, it's only like muscle memory of your brain. If you keep doing it, that you're just going to remember it. Okay. And what we're going to do is, if this is a cross, if there was no corners, I'd have the yellow here. So I'd hold the cube like this. So the yellow, this bottom left corner, the yellow would be here. If I had one, like what's called the fish, so it looks a bit like a fish, like that. That's what they call it. I'd have it like this, but because there's 2 yellows, so zero yellows, you have the yellow here. 1 yellow, you have the yellow here. 2 yellows, you put the yellow here. So we'll turn the cube until we find a yellow here, and we're going to do that move. Right, upper, right, upper, right, upper, right. And now we've got that fish. And as you can see, see why they call it a fish, can't you? It looks a bit like a fish. Yeah. So now we got the 1 corner. So I'm going to hold it here. And this time, do it again. So it's right, upper, right inverse, upper, right, upper, right inverse. And guess what? It doesn't seem to have got us anywhere, but it's moved that to there. So let's move that around again, like I said, to this bottom left-hand corner. We've got 1 corner. So right, upper, right inverse, upper, right, upper, right inverse. And look at that. By magic, by doing that move a couple of times, we've completed that. So we've got the white face, we've got the first 2 layers, as they call them, and we've got the yellow. All we've now got is this top piece here. Now, we seem to have jumped a few stages here because we've ended up with all the corners in place. So I'll make sure the corners aren't in place. So right, now the corners aren't in place. And we've got this next move now, which I found the most difficult move ever to learn of the whole Rubik Cube. And it's a move called, it's known as the referee, or right front, right back, back, because it's quite hard to remember. Because imagine trying to remember. I'll write this down again. It's right inverse, front, right inverse, back, back, right, front inverse, right inverse, back, back, right, right, upper inverse. Now try to remember all that, but you know, just by sheer practice, you're going to get this, and it's the move you have to do to get your corners in. Now, but yeah, like I say, just remember in your head, referee, right front, right back, back. You're doing that twice, yeah? Right front, right back, back. Right front, right back, back. And then right, right at the end. So, what we're looking for is 2 corners that are orientated correctly. And we've got 2 blues here. Okay, right, so we turn these blues till they find the other blue. Oh, there we go. So we found the blue. We put that to the back. What we're going to try and do is do these corners. So we'll do that move, the right front, right back, back, the referee move. Yeah. So we'll do it, and I'll say right front, right back, back, right front, right back, back. But what it is right inverse, front, right inverse, back, back, right, front inverse, right inverse, back, back. Okay, and then you know the right, because you can see that white's at the top, so you turn that white around, and then what you can do now is move these around, because you can see that's an orange. Let's turn that to the orange, and there we go. Doing that right front, back, right back, back, got all the corners in place, and all we needed was just to make sure there was 2 at the back. So as it was the blues, wasn't it? And that orientated these 2. And if there wasn't 2, it doesn't matter. You just do the move, and 2 will fall in. And then when 2 fall in, you do the move. You put the 2 to the back with their associated colour. Yeah, with their associated colour, you put them to the back. You do the right front, right back, back move, and all the corners fall in. And then what we get to the position is this castling move, what you call castling. And sometimes this one will need doing as well, but we don't. We only need to do the move once, because what's going to happen is we're going to move the green to here, the blue to here, and the red to here. And if there was 4 out, we just have to do the move twice. So 1 would fall in, and then we'd do the other 3. Now, this is the final edge. It seems quite confusing, but actually it's really easy. And I'll show you the move. You can write this down for yourselves. But it's going to be front, front, upper inverse, left, right inverse, front, front, left inverse, right, upper inverse, front, front. And that's if you're moving it to the right. And you can see down the bottom, I won't repeat it, but to moving it to the left, it should become self-explanatory. So my point is, to move this to here, we're going to do the move where we're moving it to the right. So we're gonna turn the upper to the right. So we start off by turning this upside down. So first of all, the piece we want about moving, this one here. So front, yeah. So basically 180 degrees. We then turn the upper in the direction that we want that green to go. So upper. We then do left down, right down. We then turn the front 180 degrees. Front. We then put the left back up and the right back up. We then move the top in the direction that we moved originally, like the greens. We're putting the greens back to the right hand side. And then we just turn the front, because that's white. We put this white back to where it belongs. And there you go. And that is your cube done. Absolutely Amazing. Simple as. I have been Kyber Book. You've been amazing. Thank you very much.